Today I'm going to go over the purchasing of new construction and what to expect. So when you're going through the process of buying a property that is newly renovated or being built, ground up, there are different things to take into consideration in that transaction. So if a property's been renovated, it's ready to move in, it's already the project's complete. What you want to ask of the listing agent and ultimately the seller is, to what extent was this property renovated? Many times I find that it is marketed as being gut renovated, and sometimes that doesn't include that there's new plumbing or new electric lines or an upgraded service, for instance. Or even new insulation, or there's a lot of different levels of which a property can be fully renovated. So you want to ask all those questions. If property is newly renovated, to what extent is it renovated? Is there new plumbing? Is there new electric? Are the floors brand new, or were they just refinished? Were the walls opened? Was new insulation put in, or not? So these are questions that you're certainly going to want to ask, because you don't want surprises. It might look really nice. They might have done a phenomenal renovation, but behind the walls is old plumbing, old electric, old insulation, things that you're going to later down the line have to open up all those walls and then replace, because you might have issues. So that's the first thing to figure out. How new is new? The second thing to consider is if the property is being built ground up. So if it's a completely new build, there's a lot of inspections that are in place for the builder to get through. Usually they do have new plumbing, new electric. They might be moving walls, so there's framing involved, an architect was involved. These are inspection points that the town building inspector and other professionals are going to come into the home, and they're going to do a rough plumbing inspection. They're going to have to pass a rough electric inspection, a rough framing inspection, an insulation inspection. Then they're going to close the walls up, and then they're going to do a final electric, so there's all these checkpoints in place on new construction to ensure that the property is being built soundly at each phase of the project. So good questions to ask if a property is currently being built is, where are they in those phases? You also want to make sure that before you close, you have a certificate of occupancy. That means that the building inspector did a final sign off and you are able to move in knowing that the building is sound enough to have occupants. So those are just a few tips if you're working with new construction or you're looking to buy new construction. If you have further questions or if you have a particular issue, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We love putting our clients in really beautiful homes, especially those new construction ones. So I look forward to hearing from each of you.